Time now to bring you sports here on the AM show with me, Muftau Nabila Abdullah. 8 Black Stars players started preparing for the last round of AFCON 2025 qualifiers against Angola and Niger. The preparation took place at the Accra Sports Stadium on Monday evening. I'm proud that the Ghana Football Association had announced that 8 players have withdrawn from the team ahead of those 2 games against Angola on Friday and Niger next week, Monday. Ghana currently occupy 3rd place in Group F in the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers, needing to win their next 2 matches against Angola on Friday and Niger next week, Monday, and hoping that Sudan will lose their 2 remaining matches against same opposition to stand a chance of qualifying to the tournament. Some of the players who withdrew from the Black Stars team for this round of matches, according to the Ghana Football Association, did so on personal reasons. These are excerpts of the Black Stars training at the Black Stars training grounds on Monday at the Accra Sports Stadium. As you can see on your screen, the likes of Mohammed Kudus, Jojo Wallacott, and the likes of Gideon Mensah were all available for the training session. And the home-based players who have been called up by Otto Addo, Emmanuel Enchi, Isaac Afo, Simpson Lamptey of Nations FC were all available for the training session, which took place at the Accra Sports Stadium on Monday evening. One of the players who also withdrew from the team due to personal reasons is Joseph Penso, according to the Ghana Football Association, and he did indicate to the team that he was not available for the game. Now, let's hear from Gideon Mensah, who is a left back of the Black Stars. He says that the players withdrawing from the team is a big blow.
For me, I think, first of all, every player in the national team is very crucial to the team. And then, obviously, we have players that we are always looking up to see in the national team, and we have players that are also there to support when the other players are not there. I mean, it's a big loss for us, but also at the end of the time, at the end of the day, we still have a team to cover up, and then I'm not really scared about that, because like I said, everybody's crucial to the team. So one is not there, one is ready to play. So yes, I mean, like I said, we are made for this. The journey is always going to be smooth. We've come to a junction where we have to hope and then work for ourselves. So obviously, like you said, we're going to watch the game and then see what's going to happen in the game. But at the end of the day, the focus is to win our 6 points, and then everything that's going to happen on the side, we are there for it.
Gideon, how difficult is it to get yourselves ready for this game in terms of motivation when you know that it's not in your hands?
I think the motivation is always the football that we play. I mean, we have good people here in Ghana who support us every day and then every time that we play. So obviously, like we are here for a game like this, and then we are all, mentally we are prepared for this. So I don't think we have any other thing to think about other than the game. So that's the motivation for us. Yeah, I mean, I think this question is, I mean, even if we were performing very, very good in the national team, we're still not going to be like the performance in our club, because obviously, like, you're playing a club where you've been training for like the whole season together, and then every day, and then you come to the national team and then you have like 3 days, 4 days to train, and you have a game, and then obviously, like you said, it's not always going to be the performance but I know that every player here in the national team is ready to fight for the country and then ready to fight for the shirt. We may not always get it how we want it to go in the game, but I promise you that we're always working to get what the results that Ghanaians want from us.
Let's still stay on the national team, but this time around specifically on Mohammed Kudus. Well, the last time out, when he turned up for international football against Sudan, he was made captain of the Black Stars. But the senior national team drew and suffered a loss in the second leg against Sudan, which took place in Libya. There was so much social media abuse, and when he went back to his club, West Ham United, he received a red card in their game against Tottenham Hotspur. Well, the reason he gave for that red card was that he had received so much social media abuse, and that has affected him psychologically. His teammate, Mikel Antonio, who is currently in Ghana, says that that red card Mohammed Kudus suffered will make him miss 5 games, and this means that his absence is a massive blow for the club.
Starboy. It's quality, to be fair. He's an unbelievable player, how he dribbles to the ball, he scores goals. He has great ambition for himself, and hopefully we can get some players like that from our academy.
I mean, it's been quite a difficult season, a difficult start for him at the club this season compared to last season when he was flying all over. How has his mentality or his actions around the club been during this down period?
Well, obviously he got red carded and he's missing 5 games, so he's a great miss. He is a quality player and is someone that we definitely need in our starting lineup. So things ain't gone well this year, but I know he's going to come back fully ready to go and going to be back to his quality.
Let's go to Winneba and speak to the director of the Winneba Sports College, Bao Hussein. Well, hitherto, this was a facility that serves as the home of building and upgrading talents in the country. Unfortunately, in recent times, it has become a reptile breeding ground due to the way it has been managed by some people. Bao Hussein, he was appointed the acting director of the Winneba Sports College just 2 months ago. He says that one of his visions is to ensure that the place is renovated and put in the right structures that will make it suitable for use. He spoke to my colleague, Nathaniel Atto.
Facilities here. We have a football pitch. We have 8 tennis courts. We have another hockey pitch in front of the college. And we have a lot of places that we can construct volleyball, basketball, and handball on our turf. And we have a whole lot of land that we can put up more infrastructure, more structures. And when I came yesterday, I had a meeting with the technical people that were thinking of establishing a proper gymnasium, a gym.
Yes.
And construction of swimming pool just behind the tennis court. This is what we want to do, apart from fixing the environment. There are some few cracks, there are some few plumbing issues that we are currently working on. Because I believe that if your environment is not appealing, nobody would like to come here. So we are first and foremost working seriously on the environment and the buildings. We want to do some painting. We need to add internet for the students. We need to have 24 hours lights, 24 hours water supply. We need to have cheap or pavement around the surroundings, so that there's a lot of mosquitoes here. We need to do away with that as quickly as possible. That is what currently we are doing. If you go in front there, you see that we are constructing a pavement lane. Yes, and we have to work on the drainage in front of the college to the football pitch. When it rains, because the drainage is choked. When it rains, the water flows onto the college. So that is what we are currently working on, to free the flow of the water in the drainage. Then we will now come to the tennis court, which I call low fruits, something that we can easily do without much financial injection.
So, in terms of the history,
yes,
these 8 courts were facilitated by the ITF,
yes,
right?
The ITF have agreement with the college at that time to construct, for them to construct this tennis court and construct a hostel accommodation for the international people, international players to come. But the condition was that they have to put up the hostel facility to certain level,
certain standards,
certain standard before the ITF would pay for it and owns it. But I don't know what were the actual agreements. Finish the construction, it looked as if it didn't get to the ITF standard or what the ITF was looking for, so they left it there. So one of the things that I will seriously working with the International Federation, the Tennis Federation in Ghana here, is to revisit that.
Exactly.
And see what we can do to add to the hostel facility that will meet the international standard. Even the court, I was briefed yesterday by the former director, Mr. Noah, that they had an agreement with the ITF to make this place a center for tennis for West Africa.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I remember.
Yes, I remember when I came to NSA first, they used to have programs here every year. Every year.
Exactly, I remember.
It was vibrant. It was very, very vibrant. So this is what we need to revisit. This is what I'm working with the technical team here and the Tennis Federation in Ghana here, for us to see how we can quickly fix the tennis court first, because there are a few cracks on it, and we need to work on it as quickly as possible. Then we come and enhance the standards of the hostel. Because if you are going to host international players or international programs, first and foremost, what you need to do is that apart from the playing field, their accommodation and their feeding must also be at international level. Because if you bring people from maybe Spain, or people from South Africa, or people from Senegal, where they will sleep is as important as where they will play. So we need to fix all those things. Okay, in one of my policies that I presented to the ministry was that we have to do this place to be an international training center, not only for football or for tennis, but at least for 6 to 7 disciplines, that people can come here and train, people can come here to camp, people can come here for courses, people can come here for capacity building. You know, this college was established alongside with JIMPA. JIMPA was to train professional public and civil servants, and this college was to train professional sportsmen, sports administrators, and sports coaches. Yes. So we need to go back to that basics. I mean, for us to be able to do that, we need to enhance certain facilities here. But if you want it to be international, then the facility you have must also be an international standard. And this is what we are going to do in the near future, in 2 to 3 years, if I'm still be here. Because this place is not a bit stable.
Last weekend, Ghana organized or hosted the Rugby Women's Sevens at the University of Ghana Rugby Field. President of Rugby Africa, Gideon Mensah, says that the right investment is needed for a country to be in place to compete at the highest level.
We've brought in athletes, officials, and supporters, about 200 people. We brought them in without a hitch. We've hosted them and shown them that we have a level of hospitality that is unique in Ghana. There is no link between this and the African Union Games. This has been an exhibition of pure excellence. And that I'm really, really proud. Look at the ball boys. Look at the officials. Look at how we've integrated Ghanaians into it. Look at the facility we're able to show. Even before we talk about the quality of rugby on the pitch. And hasn't there been some beautiful rugby? Look at those women. And you've got women who are playing who are so highly ranked. South Africa are world class. Everybody knows that. Very easy to be bounced out. After yesterday, look how close Ghana came to playing against Kenya yesterday. I know it took all the effort out of their lungs and their bodies, what they put on the line. And then to comprehensively beat Mauritius meant that Ghana qualified for the quarterfinals. For that, they've got to be very proud. Those girls, headed by Rafatu Musa, have really set the benchmark this last 3-4 years.
That's your sports for now. We do have more stories on myjoyonline.com. And if you go on the website, you would realize that Premier League referee Scooter has been suspended by the Premier League Management Board for comments he passed about Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. And also in England, you also realize that 8 players withdrew from the 3 Lions team for this weekend's Nations League matches that would be played. We appreciate your time.